Today we're going to be going over something called a speed cut and some great drills to work on that specific move. Now, a speed cut, you guys, is used on usually 90-degree braking routes. So we're talking about like digs and we're talking about like speed out. So you could use it on a 5-yard speed out or a 10-yard speed out. And we're going to be going over a 10-yard speed out right now. So usually when you do a speed cut, that's against zone coverage, right? So the route is going to be generally off of like steps. So if you're running like an 8 to 10-yard speed out, you are essentially with a speed cut, you are rounding the brake from 8 yards up to 10, so you don't lose any speed. So let's say your speed cut is going to be off of your 3rd inside step. So quarterback's over here, sideline's over there, I'm running an out route, this is my inside foot. So I'm only counting the steps on my route that I take with my inside foot. And like I said, we're going to give you some great drills to work on this too if you're a little bit uncomfortable. But you're going to be here, set, go. That's my 1st inside. That's my 2nd inside. 3rd inside, this is not going to be a hard cut. We are not trying to stop. All we are trying to do, you guys, is we are trying to slightly turn my inside foot on a 45-degree angle to set up the round. Then when I do that, you want to think that your outside foot is like a car door. You ever seen a car door swing open? You want the car door to swing open. You want to take your outside arm and you almost want to think you're elbowing somebody behind you to flip your hips. You snap your head and we don't lose any speed and we're still able to locate the ball out of the brake. So that is what a speed cut is, you guys. It's that 3rd inside step, slightly 45-degree. It's not a hard cut. We are not trying to lose any speed. You are rounding from 8 to 10. It's not 8 and then drift up to 12. It is 8 and you keep that same speed to 10. So like I said, we're gonna give you a couple great drills to work on you flipping your hips and that speed cut movement. Also, fellas, if you are a wide receiver and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we are gonna be traveling out to 15 different cities across the entire US for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. So guys, check out that very first link in the description below. All of our camps, guys, have limited spots. So every single one of them will sell out probably 3 to 4 months in advance. So make sure you take advantage of the open spots we have. Our first camp in San Francisco, California, completely sold out. Don't have any more spots. You can reach out to us to be on a wait list, but every other camp still has remaining spots, but it's honestly very, very slim. We're going to be coming out to Orlando, Florida after that. That camp has maybe 2 spots left. Then we'll be going to Phoenix, Arizona, Charlotte, North Carolina. Then we'll be heading out to Austin, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Las Vegas, Nevada, Newark, New Jersey, Birmingham, Alabama, Houston, Texas, Boston, Massachusetts, Boise, Idaho, Columbus, Ohio, and finishing off the tour in Los Angeles, California. So guys, again, if you're local to one of those cities, want to train with myself, my staff of coaches, I'm at every single camp and I work with every single athlete. That's why we limit spots. So again, very first link in that description below. We'd love to have you there. So this first drill, you guys, is going to be working on us flipping my hips out of the speed cut. Remember, when I do a speed cut, let's say it's on my inside foot, I want to stick, or not necessarily stick, but I'm planting my foot, turning it at a sharp 45-degree angle, or like, I guess you could say just like a normal 45. At this 45, opening up my hips and driving out of this thing. I don't want to lose any speed and I want to get my hips flipped as fast as possible. So we're going to be doing 3 high knee karaoke movements. So karaoke, you guys have probably seen before. It's that warm-up stretch to get your hips going, but that turn of the hips that you want to do on that like stretch is the turn of the hips that we need on an actual speed cut out route or a speed cut dig. So we're coming here. It's going to be 1, 2, and then the 3rd flip. When that foot lands, you're at that 45-degree angle. Your hips should already be going. You're going to accelerate out. You could have a quarterback give you a ball, or you could just burst out for anywhere from about 5 to 8 yards to replicate that speed cut. So what I recommend you guys is doing 3 to 4 sets where you're turning over with your left leg, and then 3 to 4 sets where you're turning over with the right leg. Now we're going to show you how that should look full speed. Now this next drill is going to work on our speed cut as well, you guys, and it's going to be our cone circle drill to work on me not losing any speed out of my speed cut. So a lot of guys, when they do this speed cut, let's say it's on my 3rd inside step again, they come off, 1, 2, they take that plant, but their next step out of there is almost like a negative step, and then they accelerate out of the brake. But when you're doing like a speed cut out route, you guys, that's a timing route for the quarterback. That quarterback's taking a 3-step drop, bam, it is out of his hands. He may not even take a 3-step drop. He is throwing it when you were at 8 yards and expecting you to get up to 10 with little to no speed loss. So that's what this drill works on. It works on us keeping those strides out of the drill. Now, what you want to do on this drill is you want to hug the cone circle with the arm closest to it, almost like dip in a sense, and rip your arm so you don't lose any speed. But it's going to be off of your 2nd step. So you're going to start with your left foot up, set, go, 1, 2. That's going to be your speed cut step. And all we were doing, you guys, we were trying to stride out, dip the shoulder, and stay as tight as we can to these cones all the way around. And then you're going to accelerate through. If you have a quarterback, have him give you a ball right here, you could catch and then burst back upfield. But this is a great drill to work on your strides out and speed out of the speed cut. I recommend doing about 4 to 5 sets of this on each side.